Hi, my name is Daniel Schrader, and in this video we're going to upgrade Debian 11 Bullseye to Debian 12 Bookworm. The first thing I would recommend is making a backup of your system before you perform any of these steps. Nothing can be guaranteed about the working state of your system after this upgrade, so it's always good to have a backup that you can restore to quickly and back out all of your changes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to confirm that we're on Debian 11. I'm going to cat the etc Debian version file, if I can spell that right. And we're on 11.7, and just for fun I'm going to open up the cat etc os release file. Okay, and we are indeed Debian GNU Linux 11 Bullseye. So that is looking good. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to list third-party packages. The reason we're doing this is third-party packages could cause issues with the upgrade. So I want to see what I've got on here that's third-party, in case any of this stuff could cause a problem down the road, which I don't think it will, but we'll find out. So it does look like I have a few third-party packages. I don't think there'll be a problem, but we'll see. The next thing to do is to clean up leftover configuration files. So these are basically config files that have been left over from previous upgrades. As I've kept versions that I've modified, versions I don't need have been accumulating. So it's a rather long find command, so I'm actually just going to paste it in here instead of typing it all out. Basically what we're doing is we're looking in the etc directory. We're looking for any files that have a .dpkg- extension, .ucf- and a .merge-error. So let's see if I have anything. It looks like I do. So it looks like I have several unused config files that I don't need anymore. So the way I'm going to delete those is I'm basically going to run the same command, but at the end I'm going to pipe that to zargs. And that is going to send all of those individual files to the rm command to delete them. Okay, so now if I run my previous find command, they shouldn't be there. They are not. That's looking good. All right, so the next step is check GPGV is installed. So APT, the Advanced Package Manager, says it needs GPGV version 2 or greater. If I remember right, GPG is GNU Privacy Guard, something like that. Anyway, it's basically for authenticating packages with keys. So let's make sure that this is installed. GPGV, make sure that's the latest version. It says GPGV is already the newest version, which at this time is 2227-2. Okay, so that's looking good. The next thing is process actions pending in the Aptitude Package Manager. So Aptitude's a little older, but if you do use it, it's a good idea to make sure that any pending actions have been completed. So I'm just going to check to see if there's anything that needs to be done in here. Performing actions, press return to continue, Q followed by return to quit. Okay, and doesn't look like there's anything I need to do in here, so I'm going to go ahead and quit. Yes. Okay. The next thing is ensure that all currently installed software packages have been fully installed. So this is important. You don't want to have any partially installed packages before you upgrade. If you do, you want to go ahead and get them installed. So I'm going to run dpkg audit -- audit to check for that. It doesn't look like I have any, so that is good. No partially installed packages. The next thing is to remove any hold statuses on software packages before upgrading. So let's see if any packages have a hold status on them. So the first package manager to check is Aptitude. So we're going to run aptitude search and ~a hold. Okay, it doesn't look like there are any. And the next thing is to check apt-get, which is, actually it's not the apt-get command, it's a dpkg command, the Debian Package Manager command. Get selections, we're going to pipe that to grep, and we're going to look for any hold at the end of the line. And it doesn't look like there are any there. The next command is apt-mark, show hold. Okay, nothing there, so that's looking good. If you do need to remove the hold state on any packages, you can do that by basically recalling the previous command. So apt-mark, and instead of show hold, you will put unhold, and then the name of the package here, name of the package, right? So I don't need to do that. I don't have any packages with a hold status, so that's looking good. Okay, the next thing to do is we need to configure the APT with the Debian 12 software repositories. So that's going to be in your etc apt sources.list file. And I'm going to look for any references to Bullseye. And I'm going to change those to Bookworm, anywhere they exist in the file. So I'm going through and doing that manually just so I can see the changes before I make them. And I think that is looking good. So let's write that down and quit. Okay. And the next thing is we're going to record the transcript of our shell session here. So basically this is a handy way to see all commands and output that have been typed up during this upgrade process. So if there are any issues, you can look at this transcript later and see what the errors were. So we're going to run script-t. This is the timing data. So you can actually replay it in real time as everything was scrolling across your screen if you want to. And I'm going to write this to my home directory, and I'm going to call it upgrade-bookworm_1.time. And then I'm going to append the actual output and everything to my home directory. I'm going to call the file the same name, upgrade bookworm-1, and this is going to be called .script. And let me make sure that I put a white space in here. I may not need that, but I'm going to do that anyway. Okay, so enter that. Okay, script started. Output log file is in root's home directory. Got this .script file, and then the timing data is being sent to as dev standard error, which we're redirecting to this time file here. Okay, so that's looking good. The next thing is we're going to fetch the list of available packages for Debian 11 Bullseye. Which actually, since I changed my sources.list file, that should be 12. So we're actually fetching the list of available packages for Debian 12 Bookworm. Okay, so it says 934 packages can be upgraded. Run apt list --upgradable to see them. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to verify that we have enough disk space for the upgrade. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to run the apt command -o capital APT. Let's see, get trivial only equals true. It looks like a Perl module because that's probably what it is. And full upgrade is the parameter we're going to pass to that. Okay, so it basically did a fake upgrade just to tell us how much disk space we'll need. So after this operation, 1,279 megabytes of additional disk space will be used. And I should have plenty, so I don't think that's an issue there. If you do need to clean up some disk space, one of the things you can do is apt auto remove if you have a lot of cached packages, and then apt clean. You get rid of packages that you don't need anymore that aren't used by any of the packages installed on your system. And I have another video on checking for large files in your file system with a find command, so you can also use that to look for files to delete. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're ready for the minimal part of the system upgrade. So what I mean by minimal system upgrade is that we're only going to upgrade packages that do not require any other packages to be removed or installed. So this is the bare minimum. So we're going to do that with the apt command. We're going to pass it upgrade, and then we're going to give it the option without new packages. Okay, get my cursor out of the way, you can see that better. So it's apt upgrade without new packages. I'll run that. Okay, so it says I need 133 megabytes of archive. So after this operation, 42.4 megabytes of disk space will be freed. That's interesting. Okay, do you want to continue? Yes. Okay, so it looks like the minimal upgrade is complete. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade the kernel. And the way I'm going to upgrade the kernel, so I'm going to run apt and install. Actually, before I do that, let's see what architecture our kernel uses. That's very important. So we find that out by running uname-r, and it is AMD 64. So x86 64 is our architecture, which is by far the most common, but you may have something oddball. So just in case that is the case, uname-r is your friend. So we're going to install the new kernel with apt install linux-image-amd64. Okay, so it did find a new one. The following new packages will be installed. This one is 61-13. After this operation, 400 megabytes of additional disk space will be used. That's good. Okay, so the new kernel has been installed, and the next thing I'm going to do is reboot the server. So the idea about doing a minimal system upgrade and upgrading the kernel, then doing the reboot, is to try to give minimal downtime for your users so that after the reboot they can get back in and you can finish everything else up while they're doing what they're doing. Okay, so I'm going to reboot using system control reboot. Okay, so we rebooted our server. It is back up again. Now I'm going to check the kernel ring buffer for any errors. So you do that by running dmessage and piping that to grep-i err. That's how I look for it. And a lot of this stuff is normal, unfortunately. There are some weird things with my hardware, and nothing really sticks out as being a real problem for me. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is verify that the new Linux kernel is installed, and so I'll do that with uname-r. And it is 6113, so that is looking good. And the next thing is I'm going to make sure all my file system's mounted correctly. Okay, and they did, and they are looking good. No issues there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is record another transcript because the reboot interrupted my last one. So I'm going to run the script command again, and I'll put that timing information in a new file called upgrade bookworm _2 time, and then we're going to append all of the commands and output to a file with the same name, except 2 instead of 1. Okay. So that is looking good. All right, so now we're ready to do the rest of the upgrade. So we're going to upgrade the remaining packages on the system. We're going to do that with apt full upgrade. Okay, 590 megabytes of additional disk space. Looking good. Okay, so now the full upgrade is complete. So we upgraded the remaining packages on the system. The next thing to do is some cleanup. So we're going to remove obsolete packages using the apt auto remove command. Okay, and now we're going to purge the removed packages, so that mainly is deleting their config files. So apt list ~c, so this tells me which config files are still out there from packages that were removed. So to delete them, we're going to run apt purge with ~c, in single quotes. Okay, and that's really about it. So now I'm going to confirm that we are upgraded. So I'm going to check the etc OS release file, and we are indeed running Debian 12 Bookworm. So that's looking good, and then I'll see what version we're on by checking the etc Debian version file. And we are on 12.2. Okay, well, I hope this video is helpful to you, and good luck with your upgrade. Thank you very much.